What's good to YouTube? It's a say about APB. Um, wow, this free agency class was crazy. I really wasn't expecting. Um, I really wasn't expecting none of these trades to go down. The biggest shocker I would say was Andre Drummond to the Cavaliers. Like really? So now they got Tristan Thompson, unless Tristan Thompson wants to buy out, because I don't think him and Drummond is going to be able to coexist. And I don't see how, I think, Drummond can play the four and Tristan Thompson can still play that center position. And you got Kevin Love if he wants to stay. I think that's why they got a Drummond for Kevin Love because if you really think about it, they didn't really have nobody except for Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson. And then they draft, Garland and Sexton, two solid point guards. And then you got Garland, and you got Colin Sexton. So I think it was an okay move by the Cavaliers. I don't think they're gonna go any further. I don't think they're gonna go far. But that's a solid. You got Garland, Sexton, who you got whoever is at shooting guard. You got whoever's at the small ward. You got Kevin Love at the four. You got no, you got Kevin Love at the three. You got Drummond at the four, and then you got Tristan Thompson at the five. So Drummond don't really necessarily have to play the center position. So that I mean, and if they have a solid bench, they're gonna win some. I mean, they could win some a lot of games last. I mean, they could win a lot of games next year. Not next year, but obviously when the season starts all over again. What else was a trade? The Knicks I already talked about getting multiple draft picks. I was watching CJ2K. Shout out to his channel. I was watching his channel and I heard him say that like the Knicks got seven draft picks. So I mean, and then you got Marlis. I mean, they got that shooting guard that wasn't really available tonight because he was dealing with sickness. So I mean, not the best draft, not the best free agency that we wanted, but I mean, like I said, the Knicks are not here to make pretty splashes no more. I think we've learned from our lessons from, the Stoudemires to the Carmelo Anthony's. You know what I'm saying? I think we've learned our lesson on that. Don't give big stars big money because, it can obviously ruin it can set the franchise back a lot of years. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many. I'm trying to figure out how many. I'm trying to figure out how many more trades went down. Obviously, you got Wiggins going to the Warriors, and then D'Lo going to the, going into the T Wolves. I think that trade was okay. I think D'Lo and Cat can feed off each other. And hopefully, the Warriors can unlock, Wiggins' potential because he's just been a disappointment, you know, way before his draft. You know what I'm saying? Like when he got drafted to the Cavaliers, obviously LeBron James was still there. So, they did a sign and trade or they probably did a trade to to the Timberwolves, and then I guess he was there for 6 or 7 years, and then now he's on the Warriors now. So, uh, I mean, like I said, maybe the Warriors can unlock his potential. We'll see. Obviously he scored 22 points or 24 points against the Lakers, even though the loss still was an impressive performance by him. Um, I think that's it. I can't really think about how many trades went down. Obviously Iguodala to the Heat. And I think that's it. Free agency has been very quiet, But next year's free agency, obviously Giannis, all this talk about Giannis is going to the Knicks. Listen, Milwaukee is not giving him up for a sack of dankers. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving him up for a sack of pennies. I think he's going to be locked up, and he's obviously going to spend it and play his entire career with the Bucks. Probably hopefully get his jersey retired by the Bucks, never to be worn again. Uh, but I think Giannis can win a championship if he just has the pieces around him. He has Chris Middleton. Like I said, all he needs is that third star. If he has that third star and a solid bench, then they can win a championship. It's probably going to be the Clippers and the Bucks, but it's going to be a doozy. Um, so yeah. Uh, I mean, the Nets didn't really do nothing in free agency. The Knicks just made that one splash, not too many. Can't really move a lot of pieces, because I'll fuck up the rotation and I'll mess up the rotation and the chemistry. So, we traded Marcus Morris to the Clippers from Heartless and I think it was his first or second round pick, a projected first round pick, I believe. So, yeah, free agency was quiet. Not too much buzz. Um, oh yeah, Clint Capella went to the Hawks. Even though he wasn't there against the Knicks, um, they still got a great center now. Now Trey Young can just lob passes to him and stuff like that. Now Trey Young has you know piece, a centerpiece. Even though their schedule don't really seem like I said, I mean, I don't really buy into the whole, the Hawks or 15-39. Just the way they go out there and play. You couldn't never tell. You can't tell if they are a bad team or not, or if they have a bad schedule. You know, so like the Knicks are 17-36 right now, I believe, but you wouldn't guessed it the way they was playing tonight. You thought that they were like a 27-17 type team. Obviously they're not, but I'm just saying, the way they play, the way bad teams play, they play very hard. You know what I'm saying? Teams that, have good records, they don't even play hard like that, Like they just, lose to these random ass teams that has, bad records and stuff like that. So you never judge a book by its cover. Even though the Knicks have a bad, they're not even out. I guess they like what 19 games behind the eighth. So if they can win their last 4, 5, 6 games, I think they can squeeze into the eighth playoffs. Now, obviously, will they get far? No, they'll probably. I'll give them one shot. I'll give them one game. I think the Knicks can win one playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the Knicks are going to get swept. I think they can pull out one game at home and then probably lose the other one on the road. So, we'll see. We'll see, though. We have the Wizards coming up. I think that should be a W. I already told my friend yesterday that the Knicks was going to lose to the Hawks. and I was right. We lost. I didn't know it was gonna go to triple double overtime, but I mean, obviously, we just need to find the Knicks just need to find a way to control tight moments like that. When it goes down to the wire, you know, like they just need that close. They just need that closer. You know. Obviously Marcus Morris was our closer, yes, but I think we can find closers like on we can find closers in our team. There's a few guys that can close out games for us. We just need to enchannel our energy and just focus on closing games out and not letting teams get back in. But after that, we'll be fine. All right. So tell me what you think about any free agency. Your team. If you're the fan of the Knicks, tell me what we should do moving forward. I think we won't make any more moves. To be honest with you, I think that one move was just to get cap space to sign him. Obviously when he gets through battling his flu-like symptoms. Not flu-like symptoms, just he was just sick. But yeah, so just tell me what you think about the free agency class. All Stars. I think All Stars next. I think it's next week, next Saturday, on the 16th or the 17th. So looking forward to that. So tell me what you think about. Again, tell me what you think about free agency class. Did your team do good? Did your team did good? Did your team do bad? Did your team do nothing at all? So peace. All right. Take care of yourself and each other.